All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, and it's sincere Shalom to the occupants out there pushing the sincerity and the truth of the sound doctrine. First and foremost, like I always say in my videos, we want to give all, we want to say Kawadi Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua for giving us the fellow occupants the opportunity to do these lessons, these videos, and the opportunity to come out here on the highways and on the hedges, all to edify and warn the nation of Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native Americans, right? The 12 tribes of Israel, the ones whom the law, statutes, the commandments, as well as the promises were given to. Not everybody, man. All right, vocab. Not everybody. And all you takes that follow vocab, okay? Not everybody. Only the so-called Negroes, the Latinos, Native Americans, right? The Israelites. All right, the Israelites. So you see, man, on the title, and that's part of the main point today too. That is a major part of prophecy, man, because you got this Christianity talk about this rapture bullshit, saying that everybody who believes is going to be saved, right? But not everybody can believe, man, and we can prove that through the scriptures, right? But for time's sake, or because we always do it anyway, we can prove that so like Psalm 1 chapter 148, and I think the last verse, 14. Who are the saints, right? While we talking about that, while you in the Apocrypha, can you get Baruch, the second chapter? Since we go into that just a little bit, and we're going to jump right back into the main title of the video, man. Because it's another year closer to destruction, man. Another year, a couple years ago, we was like, man, we probably ain't going to see 2022, But we remember, one thing that keeps us faithful, man, is that we remember we're on the Lord's time, man. You had people thinking that world was going to end at the year 2000, then 2010, then it turned to 2012, right? Now people don't believe the world going to end.
And then the funny thing, the other part that keeps us faithful is that the Lord doesn't even know when he's coming back. So what are you doing about it? Wouldn't that mean we would have to hang in there, or we should be in there with the Lord until he's ready to how was your son to get us back? But we don't. If y'all don't even know when he's coming back, why should we drop out the things because of that? Right. The Lord's trying to get us back as much as he can. But the Father says it's not time for it. Right. So when it's time, right? Go ahead. Yep. This is Baruch 2:34. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their father, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right. Where's everybody else, man? It said, read that again.
And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Right. Where's everybody else? Now, when you read the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13, it said, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Right? And the Lord, people say the Lord God doesn't hate.
Malachi, pretty much the first chapter of Malachi.
Right.
But it said, was Esau not Jacob's brother?
Right.
Yeah, I hated Esau.
Right.
And loved Jacob.
Right. And loved Jacob, right? Go ahead. So he said he's talking to the land he promised us to our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Where did it say the Moab and Ammon and Edom? Where did it say all those people at, man? With
they shall be lords of them.
and we're going to be lords of them, right? So what's the land? What's the land that the Lord promised us, man? Right? What exactly is the land that the Lord promised? Ultimately, the whole earth, really. But start with our which is the unholy land right now of Israel, right? Our homeland, right?
Story of prophet and kingdom of heaven.
Right. That's why I had to be cleansed, right? From all the filth. And you know what? The Lord said what? We are going to take the kingdom, right? We're going to take the kingdom. Okay? It didn't say, the Lord goes to walk up on us
But there's a lot of. That's why we got to get out of here, man. You know, and that's what we going into. That's your new year, man. You know, that's the definition of your new year. You know, you have people sit up there shooting fireworks 12 o'clock in the morning or 12 o'clock at night, really. You know, because that's not really the next day. You know, that's all messed up. January 1st isn't the new year.
Right.
The new year would be the real new year. Wouldn't be when everything is dead and cold. The real new year would be like spring, like springtime, where everything is coming back to life again, right? But people sit up there and say Happy New Year, right? Meanwhile, they just passed new laws today. I saw an article there yesterday as I was doing a video, right? They just passed new laws today. One of them is a part of the little mandate. That's one of them, right? Another dumbass law I seen was was they trying to go all electric. When you go all electric, the society crashes, man. Right? They passed a law. They have passed a law where if you're caught using a gas-powered leaf blower, you're going to be fined. That's banned. You know? What was the problem? And you know what they say? Some bullshit ass excuse. You know what they say? They say it reduced the noise. Are you serious? So you sit up there and tell me that a lawnmower, you cut the grass with a lawnmower, that's not noisy. Them sirens, the firefights, the fire truck sirens, and the police sirens. You telling me that's not noisy? The average construction noise. That's not noisy. Had a hard time sleeping last night because all you hear is fireworks. You got the dog crying. Yeah, you know, and people don't even know why they celebrate the New Year, right? You ask the average person why they celebrate the New Year. What's so happy about it? You in the midst of World War III, right? You're literally forced to wear a mask every time you go in the store. Happy New Year, right? Right? Meanwhile, your family member's sick. Happy New Year, right? You know, you're literally being fed GMO food. You run up in that bullshit ass Chick-fil-A and poison yourself, and you sit up here and tell me Happy New Year, right? Oh, I don't celebrate it. Well, Happy New Year. Happy New Year anyway. And again, this place is ass fucking backwards, man. This place is backwards. Go ahead. So this is what we talk to. The so-called Negroes, Latino, and Native American person, mainly the men first. Right? Go ahead. I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. Right. We're going to increase us, and we ain't going to be diminished, man. Right? We ain't going to be diminished. We're going to actually want to enjoy rain. You notice every time they shoot that shit up in the air, it start raining. Because I can't remember what it does, but when it gets up in the atmosphere, it kind of triggers something and it starts raining. So that means all those chemicals, all that stuff is being rained down on you, man.
Yep, the earth, it throws off the balance, in the earth.
Yeah, you know, everything about this place is unbalanced, man. Nothing is happy here, man. No animal is happy in this place, man. Right? The dog don't even want to go. The animal, man. The animals is suffering, man. Everything is suffering. The earth is suffering, man. One of the ways how the earth is suffering is this bullshit ass concrete, man. We're supposed to be walking on great soft grass, man. Right? That's what we're supposed to be walking on. Everybody wonder why they got back problems, man. You know, everybody wonder why everybody's sick. You know, because look at our living conditions. You know, look at our living conditions. Right? We all messed up. And our people don't want to hear it, man. Our people don't want to hear it. And that's why when this place falls, that's why when the society falls, because the shutdown is coming, man. The shutdown is coming. And when this society falls, our people gonna fall right along with them that fall, man. Our people gonna fall, man. Right? Jeremiah 6:15. Keep reading on that, man. See, these are scriptures that your average church pastor don't read, man. Your average Christian church don't read. Don't tell you scriptures, man. Don't tell you prophecy. Don't tell you future prophecy. right? What's going to happen in the future? Don't nobody have an answer, man. Everybody's got an opinion, but no facts. But this right here is facts, right? Keep reading. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God. An everlasting covenant with who? An everlasting covenant with the children of Israel. So you fucking Christian churches, man, they tell you that everybody gets it. No, it's just the children of Israel, man. That's who gets it, right? And if you want to keep loving the so-called white man, especially our women, you gonna fall with them, man. You gonna fall with them.
That's right.
You gotta think about it, right? Think about it like this: you getting it made here. You getting it made here, right? You getting $1 million every week. Let's just say that. You think you gonna want this place to fall, right? You ain't gonna want this place to fall. So our women, mainly our women, getting all the benefits here. Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 30 said, when thou art spoiled, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do when you're spoiled? Right? You get, like you said, your stimulus check, your jobs, everything, man. And it's still not enough. So you can only imagine when they take it away. When they take your TikTok and your Instagram away, right? Your FaceTime, your Facebook, whatever else bullshit is out there, man, to distract our people, right? You can only imagine when they take that shit away, man. Media is one of the ultimate weapons that I explained this in my video. Media is one of the ultimate weapons that is used to destroy us as a nation, right? And our people don't want to hear that. They want to keep going by, throwing their Christmas trees up. Don't even know what that's about, right? Don't even know what that's about. The word entertainment, distraction, right? Your Thanksgiving dinners that y'all just recently had, you know, we see families sitting around the table, you know, Thanksgiving dinners. Y'all don't even know what that's about, man, right? Especially our people. They literally chopped off the Native Americans' heads and kicked them around like soccer balls, man. And you think our people want to hear that? Our people don't want to hear that, right? Because it's tradition. Whose tradition? Whose tradition? It's not yours. It's not your tradition. Go ahead. And they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. Right. Anybody want to come forward?
Yeah.
Go. Also, shalom to the brothers and sisters that watch. Go. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Just I get, you know, I started thinking about that, man. It's just like, man, you know, it set a fire in you, man. It does. Right? So like, can you repeat that? Right? It says, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. Yeah, no more your bullshit ass your Christmas dinners, man. No more of that bullshit, man. No, we gonna be right. We gonna be righteous, man. Ain't gonna be none of this, man. No more men bow down to that woman. Can you marry me? Can you marry me like some weak ass nigga, man? You know, like some weak ass nigga, man. No, ain't gonna be none of that, man. Ain't gonna be no look, man. The woman gonna be under some complete submission, all right? Under the Israelite men, right? See, we say it right now, the woman, yeah, whatever, man, whatever, bitch. You gonna know. You gonna know. You ain't gonna be saying all that shit in that day. See, the only reason they saying that is because they got Master E with them, right? They got Master E. So of course they gonna be saying that shit. And you know, they still complaining about, you know, they constantly keep forcing us to learn about this shit in school about women's rights. What the hell do you have to complain for when you have the entire government on your side? Well, women got all the rights now. What are you talking about, women's rights? They got all the rights. And you know, what they doing, man? They helping with the laws too now. So what's the fuss? You know, they sitting up there with all the other guys, you know, wicked ass men, white men, sitting up there, helping with the laws. Of course, they don't make it. See, men will always rule. You know, whether righteous or wicked, men is always going to rule, man. Right? Or with that more on that a little bit. All right, you go ahead back to the second episode. So now we're go back to the main topic, man. All right, at the book of Second Ezra, right? because this Western culture, that the women's rights and shit like that, that's part of Western culture, man. And Western culture is about to be done. It's about to be done away with, right? Like the dude came up here last week talk about, oh well, rape this, rape that, or whatever. I'll talk about the age of when a woman is at age or whatever. You know, we ain't in the time of that. We ain't in the time to be going back and forth with people with that bullshit.
Right, he more worried about that than worried about being saved.
Yeah, exactly.
Himself.
Right. You worried about the correct age of a woman, right? Then, like you just now said, the more than being delivered in the last days, man. This shit that's getting ready to come to pass, and you worried about rape. Come on, man. And if we even taught that, you gotta think about it, man. This Queen of Heaven society that worships women, and we sit up here as so-called black men mainly, right? If you had a group of so-called black men sit up here and say that, yeah, it's okay to rape women. I mean, I'm only, 15? If I was even 13, they would have locked my ass up. They would have charged me as an adult. If I was to teach that. So what do you think? If all of us were to teach that, what do you think is going to happen, right? And you need to, and again, man, you takes don't do your research before you even come up to us with that shit, man. That's why it's our job to tell you. But a lot of you jakes don't want to look like they do last week. What trying here, And if you got it. This is Ecclesiastes 21 and 14. It says the inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, and he will hold no knowledge as long as he lives. And that's even more to even like what you just mentioned about the God. And then these people with the holidays, anything they worship, it's like a god to them. Yeah, going back to Esau automatically. But that stuff like with that Jake, he won't hold it. It's not up to me to say. It's all up to the Lord. But him more likely may not even be able to get that attain the truth. Focusing and trying to go against us about something that we're trying to teach. That we try to teach it correctly to what happened back then. He tried to deny it. That's a waste of our time. Yeah. You deny it like 500,000 different times, man. Well, walk on down the street if you don't want to hear what we got to say. That's all we say, man. See, look, we ain't out here. See, Christianity is forced on our people, man. We ain't out here forcing nothing on you, man. That's between you and the Most High at that point, right? They sit up there on your phone. They sit up here and throw some sodomite bullshit on you, man. They literally try to force that on you, man. That woman's rights thing. Sit up there and try to force that on you. So what if I don't want to believe in women's rights? Now it's a problem with that. I don't want to believe in it. Well, what happened to freedom of speech? What happened to that? Freedom of speech don't even exist, man. You say we can't even say anything about the jump shot, man. We can't even say that word. We get flagged, right? And you know what? If there was so much of right, stop having us learn some damn letters and some damn math. How about that? Stop teaching us some sodomite shit in that art class. How about that? Right? Having slabs of lamb on the Cesara's nuts, man. What the hell is that? Got the backside showing of the white God. Got shit even worse than that.
Yeah.
Painted by what's his name, that freak Michelangelo, right? Stop teaching us that shit at school if we have so much of freedom. Tired of seeing that shit every time. I cannot take that class seriously. This is something we all have witnessed in school. Is a bunch of the week. Yeah, when they had me in there. I'm sure people are familiar with like ROTC, something like that. Remember they had me wear the suit, the military suit, in order to get a grade so I passed the class, right? See, they force you to do that. You march like you in the army and shit. They don't make that as a class. You just don't want it. But when even into the Pledge of Allegiance, even if like in elementary, middle, or high school, if you didn't do the Pledge of Allegiance, they would suspend you. Or they'll try to reprimand you for not doing it. Yeah. So what happened to freedom of speech? What if you don't really want to believe in that? And I that's in the world. If they do hit me with that, that's the question I ask. I don't bother pulling scriptures out on people in the world like that, man. You know, because it's a waste of day. It's gonna go over their head. So I just ask them a simple question. Well, if I don't exactly want to believe in women's rights, so-called women's rights, I don't have to, because it's freedom of speech, right? Now all of a sudden I'm the villain. It ain't that I got a problem with women. I just don't want to believe in that shit. I hear this all the time. Homophobic. How is it? Why, if freedom of speech was a thing, why is homophobic a thing? Right? If you don't want to believe in sodomy and you don't want to believe that's righteous, you should have the right to. Right? You should have the right to. But remember, freedom of speech contains 5 things: freedom of speech, freedom of the right to petition, freedom of religion. That's a big one. Yep. Right. Those are the main key ones. Yep. So we have so much of freedom of speech. How come? Yeah. He was
I told you I was looking into brothers that was over there.
Yeah. I remember.
I didn't necessarily join them.
Okay. Yeah, I remember.
All right. Shalom.
You know.
All right.
So yeah, man, you know, freedom of speech, freedom of speech is really a thing. It wouldn't be like the term homophobic or whatever. That wouldn't be a thing, you know. Or like trans. I think there's a thing called transphobic, but that wouldn't be a thing if freedom of speech was a thing, right? Go ahead. All right. This is Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. Right. So it says, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. Everything that we teach out, everything that we say out here is part of prophecy, man. Everything we say out here is part of prophecy. All right. And that's what the Lord commanded us to do, like Matthew chapter 22, verse 9. Right? Go therefore to the highways and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. Yep. Right, and what marriage means, coming together. It means coming together of the elect, pretty much, man. That's talking about. Right, go ahead. Which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper. Right, cause them to be written in paper, right? Go ahead. So they are faithful and true, right? And we know for a fact that these words are faithful and true, right? We know for a fact these words are faithful and true because when you read the book of Matthew, chapter 24, Isaiah 13, Luke 21, but specifically, or even Second Ezra 15, 16, 9, they all talk about the signs that we're going to see in the last days. Like nation shall rise against nation, right? And kingdom against kingdom. Famines, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. And again, when you go into that earthquakes, when you read that earthquakes in diverse places, yeah, it's just, it's actually talking about your earthquakes in diverse places, sure. Yeah, that's definitely talking about that. But it's talking about your protest. So when you're dealing with an earthquake and you look at the definition, all it is a commotion. Chase road, pretty much. A chase road. So that's all it is. So yeah. So when you think about that, so when you have that definition, right? Then you have your protest. So that's what earthquakes in diverse places is, man. Your protest, right? In diverse places. There's a protest going on like every day now, right? That's what they call it. At least that's what they call it. Because they lie, man. Keep it real, man. He really lied, Oh, then you got this. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is Matthew 24:6. It says that ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. Right. And see, there's different types of wars, and I go into this a lot. You had the actual war, like World War I, II, and III, especially III that's coming up. You had the war with the civilians, which is civil war, where you have, as they call, quote unquote, protests, which are truly riots, because what protest do you know where people just running amok trying to touch the police, throwing Molotovs and other shit? That's a whole riot right there.
Yeah, they had it was live on Facebook. They had a group, flipping over police cars. They still calling it a protest.
Yes.
With the bricks.
Yeah.
What type of bullshit is that, man?
And see, it started from here, then it traveled to New Zealand. Now it's here in the UK.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a revolving door. Hell, even Russia had a little bit of.
Yeah, because people start to get fed up, man. And really they're panicking. What happens when? See, that's what we talk. That goes into what we talk. What we read here, man. When you take away a person's comfort, they get mad. Because knowing that people want this place to keep going on like the normalcy thing. They want the normal to keep up. So when they see that it's not keeping up, they say we got to take it to the White House. The example is that movie. I forgot what it's called. It was missiles being launched in the day after something like that. And it was missiles launched out of the damn ground, and a missile coming out of that backyard, and she's still sweeping. Yeah, she said, "I gotta sweep. I still gotta sweep." I'm like, bitch, the missile launched out of the just like that, man. It's the day the Lord comes like a thief in the night, right? So people, what does that say? When the scripture talks about that, when it talks about a thief in the night, a thief ain't gonna let you know that, hey, I'm gonna break into your house, right? Nah, a thief in the night, the day of the Lord's gonna come really very unexpected, especially to the folks who's not listening. Basically, they just set it up so it's a new normal, continuous new normal. So that's why they're not gonna be suspecting. They're still gonna be married and eating and drinking, and they're not gonna know, even though he already told us we don't see the signs. He told us different signs we don't be seeing. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. People are not gonna be recognizing. They're not understanding. They don't want to be. It's also like you were talking about with the protests. It's also like a precursor to the dismay, seeing that like all the merchants, all the people that are buying and selling. There you go. People begin to get a glimpse of what might be coming. They still can't really see it. Get a glimpse. Every generation is unique. Every generation is unique. So everybody has like the new generation and the older generation. Most of the new generations, they're still only looking for what's inside the body than what's going on outside. Which is why they don't care about what's going on outside, like China rising up, Russia rising up, the Middle East rising up. Meanwhile, they're only solely worried about what's going on here, specifically within the table. Media is a bitch. What you just said about the people not knowing. Look at the second part you said was you must have been reading. Hey man, that's spiritual, man. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, while we in 24, because further up it mentioned the wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes, famines, can you jump on down to 38? Yeah. Have going on with the brothers and stuff. 24, 38.
It's Matthew 24 and 38. It says, whereas in the days that were before the flood, they were eating, drinking, marrying, and getting married. Unto the days that go into their heart.
You can't tell me, man. You can't tell me reincarnation not a thing, man. That's what's happening today. He wrote that because it said that's what they were doing before the Noah's Ark. That's what they were doing before. They didn't want to hear Noah prophesy like 100 years, 100 plus. Yeah. 120. See? And after 100 years, people walk by, man, I don't know what he's talking about. And it was our people, man. It was these people here. Mainly, right? Hey, they don't know what he's talking about. It's been 100 years. But what people don't understand, man, it's just like today, right? Like we talked about earlier. People thought, as far as I know, because you were older, so People
You ain't
thought
got
that.
everybody know that though, right? You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to focus on the older thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying because you got more time on this earth. So I'm saying like brothers, like people thought that 2000 was going to be a year, right? I don't know about that's what I was saying. I don't know about anything before, but I was telling you that as like respect. I wasn't.
No, that was just
Y'all know what
I'm
you
saying.
said. So, no, I got you. It's a good thing though. It's a good thing, right?
The Bible says I ain't ready for the appearance. That's what the Bible says.
No, you're right.
Crown of glory, whatever, but I ain't ready, bro. I ain't ready.
Yep. So people thought, the year 2000 was going to be, and you said 2010. Then it was 2012. Now people just kind of like, oh, damn, it's going in. It's like, so it's the same. So go ahead. So it's the same thing, right? Eating, drinking, marrying, giving them marriage, having a grand old time, man. Last night, them annoying ass fireworks, man. Trying to sleep and shit. I don't know how the hell. Even animals can tell it's not natural. How the hell you got the dog in a corner crying? Yeah, they know that's not. Go ahead. What the hell? Yep. This is verse 3. Fear not the imagination against thee. Right? Oh, no. So I meant that. Oh, yeah. We're going to come back to that line. I meant that. Verse 39.
And you not until the blood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
See, just like that, right? They didn't know until they saw the flood coming in. It's like, oh shit, he was right. He was right all along. Now that sound like a give me
That actually sounds like what happened 5 years ago. Action 6. When we had that farmer riot. But everybody, all of a sudden, we were talking about how the result going to be, and they all supposed to be coming up with it. Right. Then they disappeared when the riot let them down. That's what they always do.
Mhm.
we was down those twins. And when we was riding by, they had them M-Reps and stuff like that. They had a tank too. We didn't see it, but we somewhere downtown.
Yeah, they was lined up all right here
Yeah, you said you was down here at that time. You said they were lined up right there.
on prep. Yeah, but what a M16 ain't that? Yeah,
Hey man, when this bitch slow down, hey man, the Lord ain't playing with you people, man. And the Lord ain't playing with you people. Sit up there and bullshit Christianity tell you that God loves everybody. Well, what was that? What was that? Last year, in which had everybody scared. That shows how easily scared people get, man. Right? They had a train full of military supplies, and people was freaking out over that shit, man. It's like ain't nothing even happening yet. Yeah, then people make it seem like, oh, when they're not scared, they go, oh, that's just for museums and display. When last time, I believe 2019, we was at the back at the other house, and we see a few 18 warthogs flying by. What the hell is up with that?
And folks don't have we don't have a belief that we have enemies. We don't have that understanding. Yeah, right. Because the whole point of the riots is they're not rioting. It's like how separate we are. We're rioting with words that we wanted that you're telling the Lord. I'm sorry, we're telling these people that the Lord's gonna come back to the truth. These people, they're rioting because they want their acceptance. That's the whole point of like the whole BLM before that was set up. They want the comfortability. They want to be recognized as they are part of the people. They willing to die for that assimilation and for that this treatment. I mean, it's like we love chasing our carrots because they gain our ability. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why we get them all. That's another reason why, like you said, I mean, you might see a little sound like the comment where you go like, hold on, why is that lightning right there? Then lightning goes right like, oh, everything's okay. Yeah. If you just gonna ignore that this lightning just came by here,
right.
like you don't ignore it, you know what I'm saying? Fire right there. Like, oh. So until it's not gonna be unfortunate, that's the reason why the most I has to do what he has to do for us.
It's the one thing it's gonna take a pressure situation, just like it was when we were in the literal angel. For us to kind of come together and make the human come to our senses. In order for us to come to ourselves, we gotta. It's just like our fathers on earth, man. They gotta beat us a little bit, man. Yeah, they gotta beat us a little bit. Hey, that's how we woke up, right? We had to honestly beat a little bit, like, hey, man, you better wake your ass up. Yeah, what you doing? You know,
He loves who he chastised.
exactly. Yep.
Chastised who he loves.
Yep.
The Lord knows who was going to be elected before we even were born. Right. So it just did me. We don't got to sin for that. Take the judgment, you good to go. That's what he says. Yeah. Take the judgment, you good to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got to go through that. We got to know that.
This is Jeremiah 11:14. It says, therefore, pray not thou for the people, neither look up to cry or prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry out to you for their trouble. So it's only meant to be elected with God. Our people, they want to destroy you while praying all this stuff, but he said we done it to you. They just know he's with you. You gotta ask even more. The Lord comes back to bring war. You know? That's clear. That's loud and clear, right? That's the funny part. Right. Oh, I got this.
What an hour.
You know what?
An hour.
Yeah.
The Lord.
Hour, yeah. Imagine the war lasting an hour. Meanwhile, Esau's wars lasting whole generation.
Yeah.
Whole lifetime. Yep. That's crazy, man. To the Lord, it's going to be like, what, a day or two? Yeah. 1,000 years. 1,000 years. You know, it's a day to the Lord, man. You know? This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel, right? Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Warning about what? You know, like, what, you know, people think everything's all good. Like, warning about what? You know, look at what's going on all around now, man. Warning from this. We prophesied through the spirit of power of the Lord, the how about Shai, right? That these are pandemics were coming, you know. These are the signs that he said was going to come, man. And that's how we know, see, the Lord talking to his disciples. And you know, in order for him to say that these are the signs, he was talking to his disciples, right? These are the signs that are going to, you know, be made manifest when the end is near, right? You had to know some of that stuff was probably going on back then for him to even say that. And they probably, they probably had to, they probably, you know, which we know they thought that, damn, the time is now, but here we are now, reincarnation. We're on the Lord's time, man. People lose patience, they don't understand, and you Christians ought to feel ashamed, be really ashamed of yourself for even dare telling us that you know the Bible. All on the comment board saying, yeah, I'm ready to debate a Hebrew Israelite. Break down Genesis, the first chapter, the first verse, the very first verse, dumbass. Break it down. Break down something as simple as, oh, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Now you gotta go all around the. You can't even break that down. Man, you Christians ain't ready for nothing. Y'all still decking silver and gold in your Christmas, your Christmas trees, man. Y'all ain't ready for that. John 3:16. Hey, no, break that down, man. Yeah. You don't want to hear that breakdown. Oh, you don't want to. That's when it starts. And you break down John 3:16 for God so loved the world. All you gotta do is go to John the first chapter, and it'll tell you. You know, it'll tell you all throughout the Bible, man. And a lot of Christians like going in Romans. Romans cuts you from the start. Especially 9. Especially 9. Let's go to Romans 11. Romans 11. Romans 11, the first chapter cuts. I mean, the first verse cuts. Yeah. They sit up there and say they ready to tell you, right?
You know, they read a part of the line that they were told, part of the verse that they were told to read. And then they're giving some full context.
Yep. 9:21. Yep. Oh, yep. It does. It does. Yep. Yeah, Israelites, y'all Israelites too. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course y'all know. No, you good. You good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you good. Yeah. Okay. We had the edifying teeth. Yep. And that's exactly what we was just reading, right? right? I'm gonna read that again. All right, the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 17. It says, "Son of man, right? I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me." From who? From the Lord, right? The signs that's that we go to see, the signs that we all see, right? Verse 18. It says, "When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die," the wicked, thou shalt surely die. I wonder who the wicked is, right? I mean, it can't be Jake, right? Because if it was Jake, it would have said that they are being wicked, right?
Oh, it's
The wicked, yep, because these are wicked. They are the wicked. They can't be wicked because they are, right? Because the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24 said what?
Yeah.
The earth is
Given it to the hands of the wicked. Yeah.
Who in the world dare sees a Israelite elite top Israelite Rockefeller or Rothschild? You know, we don't
Yeah.
see that. You might see a Jake maybe fly on the pink trail planes or whatever, but they not the heads of that.
Or entertainment.
Entertainment.
Huh.
Who's the heads of that? Right? Now the wicked is this because the wicked on this scripture is talking about other wicked Israelites. Because again, because look at the verse above. It said, "I made thee a watchman into the house of Israel. Give the warning from me. Hear the words of my mouth." Only Israel, only these people here can hear the words of the Lord. Right? So it said the wicked is prone to. That's why I like the book better. It says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. It even says the same thing in the 33rd chapter, right? So what was that just now saying? That was pretty much just now saying that if we don't warn the wicked from their wicked way, the blood, they're going to die in their iniquity, sure. But the blood's going to be on our hands because we didn't warn the wicked from their wicked way, man. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Shew my people without their transgression. What is that? Isaiah 8, 58, 55, or is it 51? 58. I get a little confused with that sometimes, but it's there. 58 1. Okay, yeah, 1. Okay. But now watch this. Now, this is what we just talked about earlier, right? Verse 19. It says, "Yet thou warn the wicked." So I can yet if thou warn the wicked. So if we do warn the wicked, and we tell them, look, the sodomy can't go on. You know, your shit up in the Christian church can't go on. Right? Your unholy days can't go on, man, right? So we warn you from your wicked way, right? And he turned not from his wickedness. So if you don't want to listen, which 98% of our people don't, I'm being nice by saying 98, right? Because it's only 144 and 1/3, right? That's a little bit of people compared to the entirety of the nation of Israel. We are a political people, man. It's a lot of us, man. We look like everybody. So when you talk about 1/3 and 144, well, 144,000 and 1/3, come on, man.
1/3 of that would be. I'm trying to remember the number. I'm pretty sure 1/3 is about maybe 30%.
Yep. See?
Maybe 20, maybe 30%.
That's not a lot at all. And then that compared to the whole world too, man. That's a lot of people that's going to die, man. Yeah. But for the sake, we only talk about the Israelites because these people, like these guys there, man, what up? You know, because I don't know these things. that's the whole agenda, right? That overpopulation, right? Because Israel is still going to keep going no matter what. Right? We keep going, and that's a lie. Yeah. And that's a lie too. Man, we are far from overpopulated, man. Right? You're telling me the Lord is going to allow a planet that's meant for us to be overpopulated, so now you got to kill off a bunch of people? No, the Lord killing people for a different reason. Not for overpopulation.
Yeah, funny part is, in his turn, I guess we would be overpopulated. We outnumber Esau in terms of nationality.
Well, that explains tribe. Yep, that explains why they really trying to shoot us up with that jump shot, man.
Yeah.
That's another part of where we have the days of Noah right there too. That transfusion. And they were doing a whole lot of mixing of species. You know, the enemy was doing that. Yep, they were. And we doing it right now. Right now, disguising it and making it seem like peace. Yeah. And now we're gonna see that sudden destruction, man. That's right. Inside
Yep.
We already seen it. It's not reported.
Yeah. Yeah. Ecclesiastes. Yeah.
Yep. That's right, man. Yep. Let me start over on this one. Verse 19. It says, "Yet if thou warn the wicked, and yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul." We did our job, right? See, the only reason the Lord is keeping us out here to do this, right? I'm gonna go ahead and get it real quick. Only reason the Lord is keeping us out here to do this is because our job is not complete yet, right? Let me go and come back to that. All right, this is the book of Amos. This is the book of it's always a common memory, right? I literally just said that I can't tell the difference at the time, and that's a prime example that's going by, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's crazy that we see the weirdest stuff when there's really not a lot of people out here, you know. But anyway, that's a normal though. Me at 5 years old, I don't know what that is. Is that a male or female? Yeah, that's kind of bad when me at 5 years old can't even tell. That's bad when anybody can't tell. You know, you should immediately look at somebody. Okay, yeah, that's a male. Okay, yeah, that's a female. No, man, you got these surgeries going on. They had a show about that. Cyborg. Yeah, they had a show about that. I just saw a commercial and obviously I wasn't going to look at that abominable show. But they had these women getting surgery, you know, facial hair and all, look just like men, right? But they really women. And you can still see the womanly features on them, but they look. It's like their faces because immediately everybody look at the face, right? It's crazy. Yeah, that was actually I would say it was definitely an Edomite. She looked like a whole Karen. Jumping everything. And she went to go get a surgery to look like a male. Kind of look like one thing. Like you said, you still see the woman features in there. She said she had to go back to get she hard to see the baby. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, that was the one I was talking about last time. That was different. The one I was talking about last time was the one they took sports. They took it, I think she had cancer or something. No, she had cancer. She actually tried to participate in male sports and lost every time. They try to act like a man and everything. She couldn't do it. But she had a mental breakdown and everything. But we're going to continue to say it, man. Man and woman are not equal. If a male and a male aren't even equal, everybody's different, right? But if a male and a male aren't even equal, what makes you think a male and a female is equal? You know, that shit brings confusion, right? Equality, I keep saying that, man. Equality brings confusion. Now, each and every one of us are brothers, right? We all pretty much believe in it. We all do believe in the same thing, but we all got different spirits. We're not equal. We're different. Exactly. Right? Yeah. Why do you want that we're getting? If we're up the hopeful elect, we all get it's a reward. That's the only thing that's equal. Rather than that, we still gotta fight for that.
Yeah, the Heavenly Father, he's all about order.
Yep. And he has flavor too. Why do you think? See, nothing is equal here, man. You got a bunch of phones, right? Different types of phones. So no, male and female are not equal. That's why I'm crazy to think about. You know, when it with the I don't even care about but whatever, man. The black woman, they should give us some dirty looks when they with the white man. They don't realize that's destroying them as a woman too. Feminism it destroys you, man. It actually really destroys you more as a woman. See, us as men, that's why you don't really see us all over social media complaining about it. It's like, okay, so, especially us, in the truth, we know, especially in that day, watch how fast women step back.
Yep.
You know? There's no question about that.
It's gonna be an instant transformation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, like for example, look who they went to. They went to the police, right? When they went to the police, they got the power right now. Like you said, an instant transformation, right? You know, this is the book of Amos. This book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land," right? Not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, which he is definitely going to send a famine of bread and a thirst for water, but mainly, but watch this, but hearing of the words of the Lord. So that's famine of the word. That's going to be the biggest one, right? Because you have famine of the word. See, it all starts with the spirit, and that's what Esau and Edom know. That's why they got social media, right? Because they attack the spirit. They know it's the spirit first. Then if the spirit ain't right, the body ain't gonna be right. And think about it, man. Like I keep saying, what the hell look like us standing out here with tanks rolling up and down the street? You know they're not gonna allow that. You know, it's supposed to be straight up martial law of this bitch, man. I mean, unless we're asking for a damn big ass barrel, right? Aimed right at us. Yeah. Now, I mean, like, I'm not saying that we're scared or nothing like that, but I'm saying because we was out here doing, they was, it was pretty much martial law when we were still out here, So, like I said, it was still lined up, and we was still out here, man, right? But at that time when they do really enforce that, we ain't gonna be able to come out here, right? Because that'll be the Lord saying, "What? My elect is sealed." Now you sit back and watch the show, right?
Yep.
Now you sit back and watch this, right? Verse 12. It says, "And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it." So you're gonna have the people out there, Y'all was y'all the prophets standing out there in them garments? You must have seen somebody else. That wasn't me. I don't know what you talking about. You must have seen somebody else. That wasn't me. And if it was me, no, I remember you. Well, I ain't got shit to say to you because you ain't listening. You might have found something that look like me, but it sure ain't me. I don't know you. You don't know me. This shit ain't listen. When the Lord tells you to seek the day, I think it was Ecclesiastes 12, where it says, "Seek the Lord in the days of the youth," right? Yep. While the evil days come not, and I talk about that's not exactly talking about age, because you got people that always waking up to the state. No, you got the days of your youth. The days of youth is talking about as of right now, while all hell has to go through shit, pretty much. That's why I said while the evil days come not right after, right? Because because again, you don't want to wait until you see, these stormtroopers coming up and ready to kick down your doors, drag you home. Then you want to swing your how about swing your over. No, the Lord ain't hearing that, man. Right? Yeah. What was that? The one that got dragged out by police. Oh, how about yeah, man. If you really, in certain it's in certain situations like that. But come on, man. If an officer got to pull yank you out the damn window, that's a problem. That's a problem, man. That means you didn't have the spirit of the Lord on you. And the Lord said, "What? Agree with your adversary quickly." What did the Lord also say in the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 16? I had to learn that when I was in school. But I had the whole floor ready to fight me because I said Lil Wayne was a sodomite. But what you get ready to say? Why is the serpent harmless as a dove? I did a video on that, right? That's what you gotta do, man. You gotta be wise and serpents and harmless. So you can't sit up there and say, "How about if you don't cry to the Lord when you're in trouble?" What did it just now say? If you ain't listening, right? I'm not going to hear you in the time you're in trouble. So Proverbs the first chapter says that too, man. You're not. Not the half the armor, not even a piece of the armor, the whole armor. And it said 99% of the armor, instead of 100%. Putting on the whole armor of Yahweh is also praying in general. Not when you need something. Not when your ass is about to get locked up. Right? When you're in the spirit all the time, you pray all the time. Yeah, right. And you're sitting there, having to get dragged out your damn car, screaming how about you outside. Not only that, you're looking stupid. And not only that, you're getting yourself into that kind of situation, but you're not doing the word and the commandments of what your whole body outside. Why? Because the Lord say you're not supposed to be doing shit like that. Right? But if you based on what your brother was saying, anything else? Yeah. And it goes by us following his commandments pleasing. Proverbs 16:7. When a man's ways please the Most High, he makes even his enemies to be at peace.
Yeah, yeah.
We always talk about that. And every day we talk about that, right? You know. So when you please the Lord and you in the spirit, like you just a couple months ago, I think you said you had an altercation with the police.
Oh yeah,
You said it was
yeah.
it was cool because you was cool about it, man, and you
Yeah.
and your ways pleased the Lord too.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what he did? All right, whatever, man. Go ahead.
Let me right. Right there.
Yep. Yeah. Recently, we don't make light on about situations like this, but recently we had Jake, and that's why I got a problem with specifically Great Millstone. Because they said we're scared of cowards when we say this, right? We say like recently, not too long ago, I think it was last year, maybe a couple months ago, I don't remember. But you had I don't remember who it was. So I won't really say, but let's say it was some brothers, standing out there. Well, let's say actually before that, you had this guy standing out there, with his wife on behind the camera, which I guess if you ain't got no brother, whatever. Really a woman really shouldn't be out there, man, but whatever, man. But that's besides the point. When the police came up to him, and they said, look, you gotta move. You gotta move. If you don't move, we're gonna force you to move. All you gotta do is move, man, because you don't own it. You don't sit up there and argue back and forth with them. I know my rights. That's nigga, you don't have rights. That's that shit you see in the hood. Oh, I own this block. That's nigga, and then that's all it is. And then the police will hit you with the famous words. You have the right to remain silent. That's what you do.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. You have the right to remain silent. I didn't think about that. But you don't. No one remains silent when they get locked up, though. Do that. You can't force me to. You can't like this. When they take you to the court. I can't say it on video flag or whatever. But they take you to the camp because this thing going around. They come up in your house. You gotta come with us. We feel you're a public. What they say, public health risk, something like that. We think we're gonna be sitting up there going back and forth with them, especially faithful. Be like, okay, all right, I'll go with you. What more can they do to you, man? But again, when you panic, the people that panic are the ones that get dealt with first. Man. I gotta look at our forefathers back, because a lot of us got locked up all through the Bible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you see a lot of the same things where he gave the enemy, he gave his people the favor of the enemy while they was in there, Moses and all kinds of different things. And again, that obviously didn't happen all the time. You know what I'm saying? We still got enemies. We still sheep for the slaughter. But at the same time, I mean, why be afraid of someone that can't save the soul? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when it's all said and done, he got his spirit. We just got to remember that. It's easy to say. You know what I'm saying? Anybody threatening me right now, stuff like that. So it's easy to say. Yep. But we have to be convicted in our spirit. So in that day when it's coming, because it's coming, so we can stand firm. Yeah. Prime example, like last year, right? All these years we were prophesying, major pestilences and sicknesses and shutdowns and stuff. When you say it, it's another thing to live in. It didn't shock us, so we already knew what was going to happen. But it's just like, damn, it's like, wow, because you're seeing it now. It's like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you got it like affecting your family, it's like, okay, the Lord ain't playing, man. I mean, they're gonna get a little more serious. Even more a lot serious, but it builds you up though. Especially if you're in the spirit. When you are in the spirit, not especially if you are in the spirit, and you are faithful, it builds you up. It catches you. The spirit will trust. We're still pretty much emotional because the society that we're stuck in, and we're surrounded by infirmities, right? But it'll build you up. You know, you got
And then you use the key word. For people that think they can do stuff out here, you use the key word and stuff. You can't do nothing without the Lord. We can't. Y'all freedom fighters out there, y'all, I can't even see y'all trying. No one on the news ended up saying they shot someone in the White House. Didn't see that nowhere. Y'all are especially some of the other Israelite groups that say you should take up arms and start trying to shoot someone.
they get on cut. You remember they was getting on uncomfortable like heavy saying that bullshit.
Yeah,
That stopped, bro. That stopped real fast.
I'm gonna see where y'all guns at when y'all out here shooting people.
That Grant, what's his name? Master J or something. Yeah, that clown.
Yeah, they couldn't even freaking raid Area 51. They couldn't even finish that assignment. But Grant, that idiot Grandmaster J, man, you saw what happened to this dumbass. He got locked up. You know?
So I got this right here. This is 44 and 1. This might be a little bit longer.
Okay, that's fine.
It says to the chief musician for the sons of Korah, Maskil, we have heard with our ears, O God, our fathers have told us what work thou didst in their days, in the times of old, going into the the time like even the Lord, even some of the words that the Lord had led the Israel, children of Israel, like Egypt, when they went to go try to retreat Noah's Ark, and then the Africans had it, the Lord actually sent out to get it back. You know, the Lord put a lot of miracles even through the art of war. So it says, how thou didst drive out the heathen with thy hand, and plantest them. How thou didst afflict the people and cast them out. It says, for they got not the land in possession by their own sword. That's even going into Israel. That Esau didn't conquer Israel. The Lord gave it to him. Meanwhile, we was already pushed out of there. He was already pushed out of there before Esau got it. It says, neither did their own arm save them, but thy right hand and thy arm and the light of thy countenance, because thou hadst a favor unto them. And that's what the Lord did. They gave them the gift of Israel, which is that polluted. He even gave the gift of the Israelites to Esau. It says, thou art my king, O God, command deliverance for Jacob. Through thee we will push down our enemies. Through thy name we will tread them under the other that rise up against us. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. But thou hast saved us from our enemies and hast put them to shame that hated us.
Now, some other people was we should be talking to those other Israelites too. You know, sit up there and talk about yeah, man, you know, if they come for me, that's a good scripture. Yeah, man, you know, if they come for me and try to take me in them camps, I'm gonna go out guns blazing.
Good luck with that.
And they got shit from the First World War that'll wipe out this whole block, man. You know, come on, man. World War II. And you don't imagine what they got now. Remember the Tsar bomb? We was talking about that not too long ago. Remember that damn Tsar bomb?
Then they topped it off with the mother of all bombs.
Then they
Russia topped it off with the father of all bombs.
with them nukes, they contain something that is, I believe, from the earth, plutonium, which ruptures atoms. Yep, we're all made of atoms, and you know what happens if that ruptures atoms? We explode.
Mm.
I mean, you know, so good luck with that, right? Yeah, good luck with that.
We know about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't know about it.
Yeah. Area 51. Yeah.
So yeah, he said, I'm not going to trust him. Yeah, that's the thing. He said, but I'm not going to trust him because this is not going to save him. How many people look at how Jake blowing each other away with guns, man? You know, on top of guns, right? They trust in the Lord, man. And he just said, what? I'm not going to trust him. I'm not going to trust him, my boy. I'm not going to trust him because it's not going to save me, right? Only the Lord is going to save me. Now, like I said, it's defense. You do have some brothers that do, you know, got you know, self-defense weapons. Yeah, that's, you know, you might need it one day, you know. But I don't mean it's going to save you.
Right. You don't mean that you can't have it, you can't use it. It just means that are you depending on this or are you depending on that? Yeah, even in our wars, we had weapons and stuff like that. But again, it was the Most High that gave us the war. It wasn't us. You know what I'm saying? It was never us. It was always Him. And sometimes He'll even make the enemies fight against each other. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we don't need them, but the point is that we can't determine that. We gotta have permission to go to these different wars. We gotta have permission to do these different things, because everything has to be authorized by Him and led by Him. You know, right? Yep. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Point. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, this verse 5. Behold, says the Lord, I will bring plague upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. The wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works. I gotta break that down. You gotta break that down. You ain't gotta leave your house to see the wickedness. Yeah, you want this up there? Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. You know how y'all brothers know. You got you ain't gotta leave your house to look at the wickedness. You got a phone, it's right there. Surrounded by a constant. Yeah. It's a constant barrage in every sector of life. There you go. Yep. That's second chapter 4, verse 47. It said pretty much. See if I can say, cannot comprehend the things that are promised because the world is full of unrighteousness and infirmity, right? So that's why a lot of our people can't comprehend, can't really get it, the things that's promised to them, as we read earlier, in the book of Baruch, the second chapter, right? They can't get that because all they see is this, right? They think this is paradise, man. They think this is living. You stacked on top of each other, man, right? Not constantly worried about sickness and stuff like that. Yeah, that word apartment. Apart means separate, and mint means people. Right. So it's an oxymoron. Apartment means separating the people. Right. So they got all them people in them fucking apartment complexes, man. Yep. And that's you hearing other brothers make love to their women. You can hear people's personal business. It's a sick place, man. Yeah. And of course, devil walked by happy hour there. Oh, so much happy hour. I think so. I think that's what he said. He looked back with that ugly ass Christian shit. Well, the Most High ain't dealing with New Year's Day, man. That's what we're going into. Yep. I'll go ahead, bro. Oh, no. You got it. Now, did you get Matthew 22:32? 22:32. Oh, no, we didn't even get that yet. We can go that. I'll keep going. It's like we were saying earlier, see, the new year, like we were saying earlier, the new year wouldn't be when everything is dead and cold. The new year, the real new year will begin in like spring when everything is being renewed. Makes sense, right? It does make sense.
Yeah.
December, like we were saying, this can't be the new year because November and December wasn't even a month. So that's a cut, even without getting scriptures, that's a cut to that Christmas bullshit too. It was Jesus' birthday. And a lot of people don't even celebrate it for that anyway. They just care about the damn gifts. All it is just going broke because by today the first, by maybe like tomorrow or maybe the third, everybody gonna be, shooting each other, man. Yeah, broke each other, broke, angry. Yeah. Motherfucker! Yeah, gave me a blunt for Christmas. Yeah. Yep. The sad part is that it's still wicked because, like you said, it's going back to these little gifts and their food. They're thinking like it's all about Jesus and whatever. But if you look at things originally, it's worshiping another false god, right? And they still doing it. It's just lifting on the page. Yeah. The tree, the roof, all these different things you bow to, like false god. Yeah, that Jesus Christmas thing predates Yahushua, right? The son beat you to Semiramis and got her pregnant, right? Oh, Babylon, Tammuz, right? Now with Tammuz, when she got pregnant with Tammuz liked the rabbit, and that's why they put it on December 25th. And Ishtar, right?
December 25th was the sun completed its rotation. That's what you call the solstice. And when Tammuz came along, that was supposed to be Immaculate Conception. And he liked a rabbit. So she also was the moon goddess. So this is why they put the rabbit in the egg, right? Which rabbits don't lay eggs. She put that all together to tie it in with Christmas and Easter. Right. Now the boar, the pig, is the one killed Tammuz. And when they killed Tammuz, just like the Christmas tree, she commissioned everybody to go kill a pig and put it on the table. And if you didn't do that, a wild boar was going to come in your house and kill you. No, that's the origins of it. Nope. And it got Google.
Wickedness.
Wickedness.
Wickedness. It got nothing to do with the Most High.
Nope.
Got nothing to do with Mashiach. None of that. Nope.
And oh, he got some brothers over here seasoned. Okay.
Hey, he was, he pulled out.
Y'all came down before, right?
I met you before. Yeah.
So go ahead, brother. I mean, that's good. That's because that stuff like that don't stick with me all too well. So oh, that's all right. That's all right. Hey, they know. They already see it. Yeah.
But New Year's, it's the same thing. It's another false God. That's all it is.
Yeah.
You got Matthew 22:32?
Oh, yeah, you go here.
Where you going with that?
Yeah, because that's wrong. December and November wasn't even a thing.
Yep.
Matthew 22:32. I am the God of Abraham and the God of Isaac and the God of Jacob.
That
Now,
Esau.
now that sounds like what we just read in the book of Baruch, which is the Old Testament, right? For you Christians, right? Because y'all like it. Christians mainly like one of these New Testament that you talking about. It's for everybody. But that's Matthew, right? For the book of Baruch is the same thing. The land that I promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the land that I promised to your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, it said the same thing. Like he was. God is not the God of the dead, but of the living. And that makes sense why the new year would be when spring comes around, right? That's like renewing, renewing. You got winter, spring, summer, fall, right?
Yeah, the earth reincarnates.
They wanna again, we got Easter which is just another worship of Ishtar or another fertility, god, stuff like that. But even that's in the spring. But if we look at what you're supposed to come from Exodus, but even if you look at Exodus, and they say this will be the beginning of years for you. The Most High is telling you this, telling Israel the beginning of years, and the Passover comes over shortly, comes shortly after that. That's all in the spring. He just said this is the beginning of years. You know what I'm saying? So that's not January. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is springtime.
Right. That also proves that the Sabbath day will not always come on Friday. Because in the ancient times, how did you get to the seventh day without the first day? So how did you get to the first day? You can't go and say, okay, January, or you can't say, what's this, January 1st? How did you know what January 1st was in the ancient times? Right. This calendar was off of a Gregorian, and somebody else can't remember the Gregorian.
One of the many calendars.
One of the many, going back to Rome and stuff. Yeah. So we went off the signs of the times for the moon and then knew them. Yeah. Right. So exactly, and that kills that Friday, Sabbath, Saturday, sundown Sabbath. Yeah. Yep. And that's why it said, like you was just saying, beginning of years. It didn't say when is spring usually like April. Why did it say April? You know what I'm saying? Oh, the god of Aprilius. Yeah, Aprilius. Why didn't it say that? The month of Aprilius, something like that. It didn't say that. So that goes to that too. And then the whole scientific, right? Whenever you have, because in spring, obviously everything alive, including water, right? Which is polluted. It's just polluted now. But in winter, it's slow. Whenever water is frozen, the molecules are not moving anymore. But that's a good point. Like in the mountains and stuff?
Yeah.
When it melts,
it
starts moving. Right.
Yeah.
And that explains why they try to make it warm all year round.
Man, this man is a pure fucking devil, man.
Yeah.
Trying to block out the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah, man. Yeah, come on, man. Yeah.
They like vampires, you know?
Yep. Doing everything they can, just like the enemy originally planned, doing everything to destroy the Most High's creation. Yep.
They think they're gonna go on some planet and send it out. They're gonna die, man.
Yeah, they are.
Those are planets out there killing planets anyway.
You can't have the planet. You can't. The Bible even tells us about their doomsday shelter. Their doomsday shelter. You know, the bombs gonna fall off. It's I don't know, bro. It's like, you know, when you actually read the Bible, it tells you it's so easy. Well, it's not easy. Well, it wasn't for me in the beginning, but it's just like little puzzle pieces. You know what I'm saying? But the more you read, the more you get, the more he gives you understanding and stuff like that. The picture begins to come together, and it's not. You understand that we read about our family members. You know what I'm saying? It makes it more real for one thing, because it is. And then after that, as the picture begins to come together about our history, you see how it relates to our current day. You know what I'm saying? So it gives you discernment, which is what he gave us the word for. You know, for our understanding, for our discernment, stuff like that. The Most High is perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, but I can never remember what that is.
That's Romans 15 to 2, I think. 15 to 2? I think so. I haven't remember. Yeah, I went over that scripture a long time.
I know. We always quote it, but 15.
I think it's 15 to 2.
And by the time they try to escape with all of this plan, they probably want to crash onto that damn planet X.
Who knows? That's that Nibiru shit that Rap the News follows.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was a different plan.
No, Nibiru, Planet X, same shit. A white woman came up with that in the 90s. And then Dr. York pulled it out his ass, along with the other boys that he molested.
I thought that was that separate planet.
No, Planet X ain't nothing but that damn Nibiru, man. That's what they call it. Do you see it in there?
You said Romans 15?
Yeah.
And 2?
Yeah. Psalm 7. Everything written 4 times, Psalm 11? Somebody look up this 15 to 4.
But there I skipped 14. That's crazy. That's how it goes. I go to Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Right, going to what you was just saying, right? It says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, right? That we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. So that's what it's written for, man. A lot of people sit up there and say, well, you know, that was a couple thousand years ago, 100 years ago, whatever people say, man. You know, but all you got to do to prove that it's real, it's quite a few key scriptures. The whole Bible proves that it's real. You know, it's all for today. But like, for example, Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You know,
Ecclesiastes 29.
And it was so many years ago to stop showing us this freaky shit in that art class. How about that?
All right, they here in that school, right? Yeah. You go ahead and tell them, man. I can tell you a story.
I don't even know about this.
You said we're exposing the wickedness.
Yeah.
They got us. They showing us these art things about this Michelangelo, the freak, right? About Cedra with some slabs of lamb on his nuts, right? The backside of white God exposed.
I ain't never had. See, that goes back in the story of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, where Ham exposed the nakedness of Noah. These all fucking devils, man.
Yeah. Got some naked baby angels, right?
Yeah, Cupid, and then you arrest somebody for pedophilia, but yet you got these naked baby Cupid, so-called angels shoot arrows at people's asses. And what is that, man?
Yeah,
that's some freaky shit, man.
Yeah, then they'll have him standing in the pool, and they'll have his little penis out, and the water be arcing out. You know, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, them big white pedophiles
with them big stomachs, they sit there and they be peeking over at that shit. And they be sitting like, I just want to jump in the water.
People do not understand that Cupid was some lanky ass man running around butt naked in the woods, or tying up other men and shooting them in the ass with arrows.
You know what that arrow? That's it. But you know what that arrow represents? A penis.
Yep.
That's why he's shooting them in the ass. That's what Hollywood do, man. So when you go to Hollywood and you take them deals, you can get shot in the ass with an arrow, with people's arrow.
I'm pretty sure there was also somewhere in that text, I think they showed a picture of it, that he actually did shape them arrows in the shape of a heart.
I'm sure. I wouldn't be surprised.
You know, they just had them men just shoot them in the ass.
Oh, and the heart looks like an ass, man.
Yeah,
it does. Yep, when you look at we used to say that at school with the woman with the asses. You know, she got a heart for
a heart shape.
Remember that shit?
Yeah.
We used to do that in school. And then you notice there's a stick right there. Stick one in.
This man is sick, man. I hate to say it in football thing. Yep. Halfback, quarterback, come on, man. Tight end. Yeah. Think about that shit. Running back. Then on the airplane, you got cockpit. Yep. You cock the gun. Come on, man. Yeah. You got this damn vocab, man, and our people right along with them, right? Sit up there telling us, you know, you gotta love everybody, man. You gotta love everybody. This man is sick, man. And you telling me I gotta love a devil like that, man? It ain't happening, right? Sitting up there telling you that you gotta, your force, they made a new law about that, mind you, today. You know, talking about in certain places, I think it's on in DC. You know, you're not allowed to go in restaurants and nothing like that, nightclubs or bars or whatever, unless you have proof of, the thing, right? They're telling you to roll your sleeve up and trust me, right? You go in that water, right? You go to that water right there. It don't even smell right when you go near it. Right? You're supposed to be able to sit there, you know, and enjoy that water. Dip your feet in there if you want, you know, something, right? You can't do that. We breathing in this messed up ass air, right? You notice every time they shoot them fireworks, it start raining. I can't remember what it triggers in the atmosphere, but then it start raining. Exactly. All that shit start coming down, all them chemicals, all them chemtrails. But yet, our own people, these people here, tell us, we gotta love these motherfuckers, man. We ain't doing it, man. They sit up there and tell us that we gotta love them, man. We're sitting here. We talk about this, man. You sit up there. They took some type of radar and they put it out of space. We're living in the orb of dirt, man. It's trash. It's an old dome. It's an old dome of trash. That's what we living in, man. We breathing it. We breathing it. We gotta breathe. We gotta drink. It's all polluted, man. You know, you gotta sit up there and worry about getting sick every step you take, man. You know, and you sit up there and tell me that I gotta love this devil, right? Feed me GMO food, you know, shit that ain't even real, right? You can't enjoy your woman. You got to put on a piece of rubber to have sex with your woman. Seriously, right? You telling me I got to love this devil, right? You all fall right along with them that fall, man. That's that, man. Jeremiah chapter 6, man. You all fall right. You people that want to trust in these books, you people that want to trust in this system, man, you all fall right along with them that fall. Right? And this new year, keep going on that. Yep. You know, this new year is closer to that. Right?
Wait, Amos 5:15 says, hate the evil and love the good.
Hate the evil and love the good. You're not supposed to hate. You're not supposed to hate. Where is that in the Bible?
When the Twin Towers fell, they hated them. Right. They said we will not arrest. Right. We bring this some bastards to justice.
Right. Or just recently, what happened over there? What was that? Afghanistan. You know, Biden made a speech. You know, with the U.S. citizens. If Biden made a speech, we will not rest until we have our revenge, something like that. Where are you Christians up here telling him? Well, y'all need to go up there and tell him. No, you're not supposed to hate. You're not supposed to. I know they did what they did, but you're not supposed to hate. You're supposed to forgive and love. But you people won't do that, man. Right? It's a problem. It's always a problem when we start waking up, though. You know, when we start, and our people don't want to hear it, man. Our people just walk by stupid, man. You know, I hate the people indigenous to us. Right. See, even though from the platform, how we've been set up here, they built off of that. And our people are following all those theocracy doctrines. So the only way to repair is you got to wipe them all out. That's what the Lord said. You can't fix these people. No. You think that way? Look, the scriptures, when Moses said, "Let my people go," right? We in that time. You really think they're going to say, you know what? You're the Israelites. Yeah, you are really the children. This is your heritage. Tear all out shit down, put us in slavery. No, the Pharaoh today is not going to let our people go, man. Nope. And the Lord, he hardened his heart.
Yeah.
Esau was brought out as the son of perdition. He was already set up. Right. You know? Oh, go ahead, brother. You was reading that. Everything that we're doing now was built off total corruption. They'll tell us to stop hating, right? Get over it. Slavery is old. But so is Christmas. Your ass still doing that, though. The Memorial Day, right? The Memorial. You're right. Thanksgiving. The memorial means to remember, right?
Yeah.
Y'all stand over there, huddled up around that building, celebrate Memorial Day every Memorial Day, man. Let's do it every year. Let's remember the people. Their fucking Holocaust. Them rank Holocaust. Let's go to them. They remember. I think you got a lot of our people remembering that shit. The Juneteenth. That. Right? The hollow cave. Yep. Not coffee. Paid. They got paid off. They got paid. The brother was holding that. Go ahead, read. Yep. Verse 7, it says, "Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit." Now that sounds like in book. I think it was Proverbs, the first chapter, where it said, "I'm gonna pour my spirit out upon you." You know, when the Lord really makes His words known, that's what it said. Robert, He makes His words known unto the people. It's not going to be nice. It's really not. It's not going to be nice. So when the Lord said, "I'm not going to hold my tongue no more," all right. That
sounds scary.
It is scary. It is scary.
Yeah.
You got a power that created Satan. Really?
Not only that, but a power that took some red, funky looking things, right? Things out of the damn caves and made them run this entire society.
Yeah, they were nothing but cave dwellers, man. You know, he put the lowest of the low over royalty, man. Israelite over the world, really. Yeah, you're right. Over the world.
At this point, I don't call them humans because humans just means color man.
Right.
They ain't color.
Yeah. You know, he put them over cave dwellers, man. That is a power you should fix. You see them the so-called UFOs flying around, man. That's a power. You talk about a power that created that. That's something you really should fear, man. You know,
not just created it, but ordered it. Not just created it, but orders it.
Orders it too. He could harm you. He could, like we was saying earlier. He fear the one that can harm the body and soul, man. Fear the one that could destroy you spiritually, man.
I was going to say, Lord, Yahweh controls what? The spiritual realm, right?
Yeah, that scripture we like to pull Bill 34:29. Yeah, where it said when he hide his face, who can behold it? Right. Yep. You ain't gotta get it.
No, but yep. You're talking about something that controls the spiritual realm, right?
A power that created the planets, the universes, right? Come on, man. You got it.
Oh wait, but they in the ring fighting.
Don't give it to them. Probably should. Because I know you can. Yeah. It's fine now. Yeah. So yeah, you can. Yep, that's fine. How you keep on? Either will I sucker them and those things. Go on for this. In which they wickedly exercise themselves, behold, the innocent and righteous blood strive against. Who's the innocent and righteous blood? Now, originally we would know that it's talking about all Israel, but in that situation, it's not talking about all Israel because now all Israel is crying unto the Lord, right? And so the innocent and righteous blood would be the elect, man, right? They could have crying unto the Lord, man. We're crying, we're like falling of a plane. pretty much. You know,
Which is ultimately going to bring all Israel.
right. It's going to bring ultimately all Israel, right? Yep. And it says, and the soul of the just complain continually. The souls of the just complain continually, right? That's why we said it was the elect. Start with the elect. Let me just say the start with the elect. Like the other was just saying, it's going to usher in all Israel. All right. Or like I said, following the points that you said. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Now the Lord has not slept concerning this promise, right? That's 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9, right? The Lord promised us a land flowing with milk and honey. The Lord said He's going to avenge us, right? All right. It says, behold, our people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy all the land thereof. So all these prophecies you see happening right now, the mandates and everything, it's all for the elect's sake. Just like him speeding up the time, the Lord said He's going to do that for the elect's sake. You know, and that's less time we out of here, man. We've seen how fast 2021 is. Boy, that's fast. It's like damn, man, like 2022 for real. You know, they're confirming that soon enough, I believe that either a couple years or probably even a year or so, it's getting big now that a day is no longer going to be 24 hours, it's about to be 23 hours. Fucking devils. Yeah, but they realized that, and they even mentioned they had an article when they said the Earth was spinning a little faster than usual now. You know, that's how them days flying by like that, because the Lord is like speeding up the rotation on the Earth a little bit.
But see, that's going to do something, especially for people that work. That's what comes to their paychecks, especially if anybody's trying to do double, like do doubles in their job.
That's a good point, too.
That's what comes back on their money.
Yep, that's a good point. Wait. Okay. We'll go on this a little longer here. All right, that Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be split, but the plague and the punishment that Yahweh shall break upon it. You gotta break that down, boy. They that build the ground shall mourn, but their seed shall fail through the blasphemy and hell, and with a fearful consolation. Yep. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Now, is this talking about, like yesterday? I mentioned on the video. No, I don't think it was yesterday, a couple days ago. It mentioned the end of the world, right? Now, that's not talking about some asteroid like they showed in the movie. It's not talking about some asteroid blowing the earth into a million pieces to the Lord said, what, the earth about it forever, right? No, the end of the world, like we mentioned it, John 3:16, right? So God so loved the world, that's about the world of the Israelites. We got, I don't know how many different views, like seven different definitions.
Probably even more than that.
Maybe even more than that.
I think it's actually about 9.
Something like that.
I guess that's probably more than that.
Right.
You got many different worlds.
Right. So when they talk about this, they say, woe to the world, right? That's the society, right? Right. For the sword and their destruction draws nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, with swords in their hand.
Actually, there'll also be the world of this age.
That's what I meant. Yep.
Right. I know the society as well, but that also goes to like Russia, China, especially when the whole gang and stuff, got the valley,
That's right. They all won. So when America is America, the epicenter of the wicked, what happens when America falls? I mean, that pretty much means that the whole system is pretty much, no matter where you at, like you said, Russia, China, I guess that would be the world of freedom. Pretty much, you know, it's just like, and I think you mentioned it earlier, you know, all these trades and stuff like that. Everybody kind of benefits off America, right? So when America folds, you kind of mess up the entire chain line. That's the word, the chain, you know, which means it brings down the whole world, you know.
Economy, all.
said what?
The economy, the world economy. No.
Right. So, one word exactly. Yep. See, going to the citizen. Yep. Yeah. All that shit, right? We all separate. Right.
And then once, especially when the Lord destroys this place, that severs all the chains that Babylon, that Esau was trying to connect to these other countries. That's going to strike fear to all the other countries too. It's going to strike fear. Once they know that line is fully be severed, they know what's going to happen to them next.
Yep. Read that again. Repeat that a lot. Oh, did you? No. Okay, read that again. It says, "For the sword and the destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand."
Modern day sport is the gun, and that's what we see right now. One people standing up to fight against another with swords in their hand. You know, the guns, missiles.
That proves how these scriptures are real, man. You know, you can't deny it. You can't deny it. You cannot deny the scripture, right? No matter what Christian, right? No matter what Christian may come up with their bullshit, no matter what Muslim may come up with theirs, no matter what other Satanist, because Satanism is, you know, that has a little bit of Christianity too, you know, a little bit of everything. You know, Christianity is, like you just said, Christianity is a little bit of everything, you know, because it was forced on the world, right? But mainly the Israelites. Of course, on the Israelites. They said we were savages. The elders understand up there, don't know about that. But, well, we do, but you know, it's just a certain way, you know, different brothers break it down in different type of ways. So, you know, stuff like that don't really stick with me, but that's fine though, because, you know, hey, it don't matter.
That shows that cuts that equality, because all four of us were biological, but different, you know, different spirits, different talents, different spirits. Y'all gonna share the same blood.
Yep. That shows the beauty in us unifying too as Israel. All of us have something to bring to the table to get that ultimate clear picture.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And the Lord likes flavor. You know, Esau, the so-called white man, they don't like flavor, man. They bland this shit, man.
Right.
You know, they got gold. You know, they got gold. You know, hidden up in them mountains or wherever the hell they hide them at. If it was Jake, man, we would be showing that, man. They sit up there. They sit up there with these cheap ass. You know, we don't even have no power yet, and we already look better than them, man. Like, what in the world? We have no power, and our people look better than them. Even in wickedness, we still look better than them, man.
You know, the scripture, man, you know, with the tickling of the ankles and the earrings.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Isaiah.
Yep.
Just for the fun of it, just because I want to mock you.
We had gold too back in the day too, man. We had all that stuff.
Yeah.
He getting all that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good job. But just because I wanted to mock these devils, I got that word bland. It says lacking strong flavor.
Hey, read that again.
Lacking strong flavor.
Wow.
Why do you think everything is gray and shit, man? You know,
We the salt of the earth.
we're the salt of the earth, right?
Yeah.
And that explains why they made the rainbow. That explains why they made the rainbow a symbol of wickedness, man. Because it has different colors on it, different flavors, man. You know, the rainbow is a beautiful thing, man. You know, but of course they gotta make it because it has a form of flavor. You know, come on, man. You know, everything is gray and pale and dull and shit, man.
And then, you know, here goes the definition of flavor. Just for the fun of it, I had to do it. It says a distinctive, appealing, or in living quality. Quality.
Somebody said, "You know, salt of the earth," right? Somebody said, "Yeah,
Yeah.
It says a distinctive, appealing, or in living quality. And we got all the qualities.
And that explains why they like it. Now I know that certain things are white, you know, naturally to some degree. But even with that, they have a certain color. Yeah. Like you have salt. Now this iodized salt. It's not good salt, right? But when you got that's that Christian shit. But when you got real salt, it's pink. It got color, right? But this fake salt that they feed you in that Chick-fil-A bullshit, you know, that shit is crystallization, man. It's like you said, they poison our body.
That salt just represents Esau.
You got You got salt done, that it cut your arteries, then it goes scabs and pretty much block you there, right?
Mm.
Because it causes blood clot. And that explains why when you eat something like burning, it'll
Yeah.
hurt a lot. I know it's acting, but I'm like more than two. It's healing. It's like, you need a piece of garlic after years and years of eating that. You got cut up. You got cut up arteries. You eat a piece of garlic, you feel that shit go down and it hits you the hardest in the first half.
Mm.
Because it's like it's healing. When you pour alcohol, rubbing alcohol on a cut, it burns.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the same thing in there. It'll make your stomach ache. It'll probably make you throw up. Which is getting all the bad out. But yep, garlic has a color. Garlic has a certain color.
We found out onions had more color. Like what? I said we found out onions had more color. We talking about not just the regular onions, like the regular onions are like purple. But you ever look at a snow onion? When they first come out, it starts off yellow. When you peel them, they are fully white. They're not transparent or anything. Like you saw, he's like this skin is like transparent where you can see red. Snow onion is fully just purely white, which means even they have a small color. You know,
That's crazy, man. Sugar has a color. Not the bleach one. Not that bleach shit.
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar. Yeah, there you go. That's more natural and healthy than anything.
all that iodine stuff just represents Esau and himself. Because he's a cutting the arteries. And he is. You get like the Himalayan salt, the Himalayan salt got flavor. No, why is it that every nation wants us? I'm talking about this all in the 12 tribe side. You got even the Goose want us. You got even Esau's own people want us. That's it. So like that.
Yep.
You got even the Ishmaelites that the women, they like the hell out of us.
Everybody but our own.
Everybody like our own. But that's only because that's a curse.
That's only because of the curse. Our women don't exactly, they don't realize that you leaving the strongest man on the planet, which is broken down as of right now because we got no power, right? But we're still strong in the spirit. It's like you leaving the strongest man to go with some weak ass ball bite, man. Like what the hell?
But here's the funny thing. Here's the funny transformation. Here's the funny thing I noticed. You see more black women with Esau and maybe sometimes even the motorbikes, but you see more black men with every other fucking nation. That's why you see it. That's why you don't see it.
Complaining about that bullshit. Ain't no real women over here, man. We don't give a goddamn, man. First of all, especially if you worshiping the Lord, man, and you know what the deal is, we ain't worried about that shit right now, man. We gotta worry about our salvation, right? And that's why you had a lot of chicks that came into this thing for some camera time because they saw women was watching. It's like, oh, okay, well, and to a degree, I guess. But when you let that really overtake your focus from the Lord, that's when the Lord removes it. You know that.
Yep.
That ain't real. Exactly.
Yeah.
Even with that, you notice that the things that specify what type. You always got women that specify what type of man they want, what color he has to be. Let's talk about it.
Our brothers that get up too, there's a spot of an agenda.
Yeah.
You see it advertised all over the place. Right now, commercials. It ain't about what they call equality or where they're showing all the different races. It's not really about that. It's about the agenda.
Yep.
That's it. So mixed with one thing, they're concerned about their seed.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
like I said, with the whitest man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They do it the other way.
They do it the other way, too.
Yep. They do it the other way. They have the curly haired children and stuff like that. But what we got to understand is that our kingdom was broken apart. That's a sin. Our kingdom was broken apart because of that. You know what I'm saying? Because Solomon was super tricky. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he told us that from the beginning. Even Isaac and Rebecca were upset about Esau because he went off chasing other women, which was women of other nations, he said they were so aggrieved about that. Because that was not what they told him to do. You can see that with our father. Make sure you go with one of our kids. Abraham told Eliezer, make sure you go find somebody of our kindred, for Yitzchak, for Isaac. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what we're supposed to do. A holy nation. You know what I'm saying? It's a seed on it. Physical sealer. Yep. And they bring it and they pushing it like that more and more because they see more and more of us waking up too. You know, they look at these videos. That's why they doing it. They think they hurt us. It's really not, man. You know, Esau, when you do that, man, you know what you're doing? You making it stronger, really. You know, when you effeminize the man, right? When you effeminize the average Jake, Isaiah chapter the 13th chapter said, "What? I'm going to make man more precious than fine gold," right? So that obviously isn't talking about every man out here because you see what's going on now. No, that's talking. That's talking about the men that are faithful unto the Lord Yahweh Bashim, the elect, pretty much.
The elect,
right?
yeah.
You know, that's what that's talking about, right? Because while every other man is going to be sitting up there saying, "Well, you can't," ain't gonna be. I think we talked about that last. While we up there, you know, we should, still praising the Lord. You know, we still gonna be having outcome because look, 7 women gonna take over 1 man. The 7 is just a number of completion. That could be more, that could be less. No matter. Yeah. But while we doing our thing, you're gonna have a bunch of dicks sitting out there. That ain't right. That ain't right. That's all good though. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hate this motherfucking system.
Yeah.
I just came through this motherfucker.
That's right.
Man, yo, listen to me, man. They talking about Happy New Year and shit like that. And I just came down motherfucking St. Paul Street by Mercy motherfucking Hospital, where they supposed to be so giving to everybody, and it's people in tent cities sleeping out in the tents.
Right down there, right?
Right over there.
Yeah, we be passing by there every day, man. Every time we
over there. Man, don't tell me, don't say Happy New Year to me.
Yep.
That's fucking polluted ass shit.
Let's keep reading. Yeah. That's what we read about.
That's why Rap News, his motherfucking ass is fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
fucking a great millstone.
Yep.
That's right.
I think he actually just died. Did he? Rap News, I think he just died. Somebody, my brother did a video today.
Y'all keep fucking with the mouthpieces of the Most High here. Cause 2022, man, he gonna keep fucking around with Great Millstone, yo. Keep fucking around.
Yep.
That's right.
Shit ain't no motherfucking game, man.
Yep. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their king nor princes." That's your protest. That's your right, right? They're not going to regard the kings or your princes. Meaning what? Remember what happened not too long ago to that black woman police officer, right? He got ambushed because don't nobody care about you now. Look, man, 911 about to be done away with, right? 911, your 911 call emergency is about to be done away with, especially for you women, man, right? But really for everybody, because that's one thing. Now, if you use it as of right now, you got to fire, your house burning down, sure. But we don't depend on that. You people, go to them that go down to Egypt for help, right? Go to them that go down to Egypt for help. They stay on horses and trust in chariots, right? You trusting in 911, right? Because they are men. So they look strong. They look high and mighty. You don't realize, man, the Lord Yahweh Bashim is in control of that, man. Go ahead. Yep. At the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Yeah, man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, right? That's your shutdown,
Yeah.
Oh, man, Lord willing, man. See, last year when this whole thing shut down, we was like, it looked like this could be it, man. But man, Lord willing, man, this is the shutdown, man. Lord willing, this is the shutdown. This place gotta go, man. This place gotta go. Like you said, Happy New Year. Man. Meanwhile, you in the midst of World War III, right? You in the midst of World War III. You got mandates. Right?
Happy about it.
You got mandates now on the right hand side. We happy that this is another year closer to destruction, and that's the title of this screen, man. Another year closer to the end of this bitch, man. Right? Enough of seeing our people suffer like this, man. Right? Seeing our people being taken away by dumb idols. Having our women thinking they queens and shit, man. You know? We say our queens. It's been a pleasure. Appreciate you, bro.
All right.
Y'all take care. Shalom. All right. Hey, say it to y'all, man. Say it to y'all. All right, let's start walking. Yeah, I said they are queens because you gotta remember the definition of queen is what?
Many women, many men.
Many men. There you go. No, you're right. And it's society. Yeah, it's many women too.
That's the spirit of conquered dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Do that too.
Yeah.
Right? So when you Jake sit up there, my queen, my queen. You know, you sit up there thinking that calling a woman a queen is a good thing, man. You know? So that's in the spirit too. That's in the spirit that they do call them that too. Because the way women are today.
And they out of order anyway, because they're supposed to be in line with the man.
That's right.
Woman needs help, mate.
Right. That's it.
Slave.
That's right. That's right. Go ahead. You reading on that, man. Prophecy.
All these motherfuckers keep going against the fucking word, man. It's just hard.
I don't know what verse it is.
Can I bring out some Sazak Ben Yahweh, Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom.
What's that scripture again?
That's Isaiah 19:2. I'm gonna read it again.
Oh, yeah.
It says, and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian. And the modern day Egyptian is the Edomites that's ruling, you know, and they shall fight everyone against Russia and the Edomite. Yeah. It says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom.
The Valley of Jehoshaphat.
Yeah.
That's just it goes into the same one. That's basically the Valley of Jehoshaphat. When the Lord gathers all them kingdoms,
yeah.
He took all the armies into one spot and wiped them out. Every kingdom is left defenseless, which means they're right for the taking.
What is it? Armageddon? Armageddon.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Guys. Was there any more scriptures on this?
Yeah, it's a couple. Want me to get one?
Yeah. I'm sure it's quite a few.
All right. And Ecclesiastes. This is the brother Shazak Ben Yahweh. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18. It says, "For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow." And all of us, when we came into truth, it was a point in time when we learned the truth, right? But then we had sorrow in the heart. You know, we had joy, but you waking up to the knowledge. You feel kind of sad by going through these things that Esau put us through.
That's it right there, man. That's it. It's a lot I can use. I didn't want to interrupt you, but still.
Come on.
Man, straight up, and we all feel like that. Every last one of us up here feels that thing, that ad sat up there and said, "You're pregnant, have a baby." Sit up there, have a woman with her sleeve up, getting the damn thing. You telling me that's good for your child? You telling me that shit is good for your child? Man, I can't wait, man. I can't wait to get my hands on this fucking thing. Look, Joel chapter 3. The 3rd chapter said what? You want to sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem, man. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Shimi Awashai, man. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Shimi Awashai.
But we're extreme. Did you see about that husband and the wife? We're extreme. Elder Gabar, Elder Prophet Gabar said that in the main tent. They had a segment I was watching. A man and a woman talking. They were found dead. Two stepfather and the mother were reporting that the father and the two children. He was in the truth, and he was teaching his 2 daughters, and somehow something happened where they passed away in the house, and they tried to blame it on extremism.
I saw that. Yeah.
Elder Apostle the bar brought that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seen that?
Yeah.
And it's what they trying to do is demonize.
Right. The demonization of
You know.
yeah.
But again,
Right.
so we'll,
Right.
you know how many times they switch up the
Right.
story about how the virus came here and started just some other mess.
Yeah.
Well, they want they blaming people that didn't get it.
Right.
But ultimately, they want to leak that thing was us because they said them guys tell you not to
Let's
take it.
do it.
Yeah. See?
Extreme.
Yeah.
They used the
Yeah.
word 6 times extreme. 6 times it was very extreme. It's very extreme. It's very extreme for what? How extreme is it that he was trying to wake his 2 daughters up? But then you got those fucking what you call them actors and shit, them crisis actors and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Try to sell it to make that's bad. Those guys, man, they teach this and they teach that, and you can't live this way, and it's a certain type of Sabbath you gotta have, and this and that, man, because they already given that free hate, man, to fucking set us up for them fucking stars.
You notice, it's always a certain amount of numbers of times where they repeat the same word over and over again.
Yes.
You know, they'll repeat the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. He said 6 times.
Yeah, extreme. It's very extreme. And these fucking Christ actors that's supposed to have been the parent, the stepfather, and the mother. And she had no fucking feeling on her face. She was just like, you know, my daughters were with him, and it was just so extreme that they couldn't do this, and it was so extreme that that diet that they had, and so
What, not to eat pork?
right.
Not to eat crabs? Not to eat lobster? What do you mean it's extreme the diet they had, man? You know? It's a lot, you know what I mean? You know, it's extreme not to be healthy.
Yeah, I'm
It's
talking
extreme not to be the
Yeah.
drunk.
Yeah. That's right.
Look,
extreme.
you don't even
That's
you
right.
don't even need scripture to tell you why you shouldn't eat pork, crab, shrimp. Look at that water, man. It's because there's no crabs in there, man. It's because there's no crabs in there. Because our people, so-called black people, keep eating them, man. Because
Yeah.
our people keep eating them, man. And they can't do their job. Keep eating the damn shrimp, the lobster. And that's why it's blowing up. And that's why our people, calamari and shit. Octopus.
Squid.
And wonder, like you said, wonder why our people walking around the size of that damn truck, man.
Gout in the ankles.
You know?
Yeah.
Diabetes, high blood pressure. Come on, I can't even cut you off. You're right.
That's jumper across the dust. Jumper.
Before you read that stuff, you know, if you have to. Okay. We're going to go. I keep saying that, but you know, it's like. To tell her to save her life, to try not to be a whore. You know, it's saving her life. You know, it's saving her life. That's why these women out here getting killed now, because they don't know how to act. Right? The men don't know how to act. Right? It's there to save you. So if I'm in an extremist group, right?
Yeah.
See, it's crazy for men your age to be even living right now. It's hard to live up to your age. You know? How many young men your age standing out there with squeezies and shit like that, which they still they trying to
2 blocks down the street.
yeah. And what they spending on most, they spending on
Weed.
pills, drugged out pills, in jail, blowing each other away. Come on, man. Boy, another 12-year-old got shot by another 12-year-old. Another 12-year-old. This truth saves you from that. Oh, well, we're extremists. You know,
Right.
we're extremists. We're hate group. We're hate group. You know what, man? You know what, man? I ain't. We are hate group. Because the scripture said what? Hate the evil and love the good. So yes, we are most definitely a hate group.
And we'll take that.
And we'll take that. We'll proudly take that.
Proudly take
We'll
that.
proudly take that. About my mama. Or my mama, bro. Or my mama. You know? That's why a lot of people say you can't blame the mother, but if it was the father, yet you blame him.
Right.
You blame the
Right. In this feminist world.
Right.
Where the man is always wrong.
Man is always wrong.
Yep.
And even the young men blowing each other away, they blame it on them.
Yeah.
You know, which at a certain age it is that, but you gotta remember, if it depends on your upbringing. Now if you go a different way, fine. But it ain't that come on, man. It's their upbringing. Right?
Father not there.
Father ain't there.
Out of the house.
And if you do bring a father now, look, we so goddamn broken down,
Yeah.
it ain't gonna do no good.
Right.
It might even
might make it worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
We was at the doctor, right, for a certain day, and you know, ran into this older, you know, right. She was just constantly telling me how much I broke with matters. I'm like, is it really that bad out here? Because she said most people your age, even younger, don't have matters. Just don't have matters.
Why do you think
any respect for health?
Why do
I'm
you-
like,
Why do you think I'll talk to him, man?
Yeah.
I'll be damned if I have an 8-year-old talk to me like shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Just
and
with your face that.
yeah, and me.
That's child abuse.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Right.
Spare the rod, spoil the child.
Yeah, right. But Esau and his military could do it. They beat you. They beat you.
Yeah,
Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's snacky and shit.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
spraying pepper spray.
They probably
making you fight with it.
They probably don't even smack you. One place is so damn soft now.
Yeah.
Even the military is soft.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
Well, it became soft because they passed the law that in the military you can't be cursing out everybody, especially transgender.
What?
That's the ones I love cursing out the most.
Yeah.
I was at my job, I just want to show if I made progress. I was at my job. You got this, it's an Ezekielite. She wants to be a boy. But I said, so she's driving this BFI truck with the dumpster and shit. So, you know, I said, you want to be a fucking man, but you can't even fucking sit the fucking can out. Get your motherfucking alphabetical ass out of here. You know, she went there and told white man, he came to me. Oh, but you hear what he said? We know it's against your belief. You hear what he said?
Oh boy.
You better respect that.
See, and we were just talking about that. What happened to freedom of speech? Right?
When I come in the job, they really want to get rid of it. And guess what? I'm cool with it.
He's on the Lord, man.
Guess what? He gave me that. He'll give me something else.
Yep.
That's right.
The Lord is the one that provides.
Fuck that.
That's right.
The Lord is the one that provides,
And
man.
I'm not trying to show out. I want them to see because they got to see that conviction.
No, you
Because this is about we're building the house of David out this.
what's that? The third temple, right? You know, this is all
It's
part
just
of
a
the.
serious matter.
Yep, it's very serious, man. A lot of people don't see it.
These are my teachers, and I'm consumed with it. These are my teachers. GMS is my teachers. So what I spit out, or the conviction, or the spirit is what I gathered from the teachers. These are the teachers. Look up the rap news thing, and his daughter's sick too. Let me tell you about the blasphemers against GMS, man. GMS is the one that brings out the MOT. GMS is the one that brings out the Father's name. And listen, stop calling him Jesus, because his name is not Jesus. And he's getting offended of it. And 22 GMS has already predicted it. That it's going to be terror, that the most he's going to bring out judgment on people that keeps not getting the name right. And that's not an Israelite motherfucker.
Yep. That's mainly who it's talking to the people that know the Israelites, mainly. Because these people out here, they too. So it's like for them, yeah, exactly. So it's like their fate, the people that don't know, it's like their fate is already pretty much sealed. Right. Yeah, those are Israelites. Those people right there, they just walk by. You know, I think not too long ago, you tried to, I think it was last year. God parked right there. You said you tried to call it out to him.
Yeah.
You was telling him that you tell him that he was an Israelite. He said, what? You know, he even had a double take, like, what? You said, no, you were Israelite. You're the chosen people of the Most High. You know what that Issachar do?
Yeah, he fanned his hand.
He his hand, he kept walking like, what?
You know, see, what it is for people that, especially just shrouded in darkness, it's like when you speak the truth to them, it's like you're speaking a different language. Yeah, like something way foreign, something that's not even out of that's out of this world to them. Like as they would like say, speaking to an alien.
Yeah,
that's what it is to them. It's like people are stupid. That's all I can say. I cannot put it any closer or any sugarcoating way. Other than that, our people are just stupid. They're retarded.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
The Lord said it.
Is that what he says? My people are selfish and stupid, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
And maybe you should have tried to, maybe you should have cursed him out and get his attention. People are used to shit talking each other. You curse them out, you curse somebody out, they'll get you got their face, you know. They'll turn around real quick. You know.
That's how you get their attention.
Yeah,
That's a damn shame.
That is a shame. You know, you can't even say hello, right? To half the people. Sometimes
They were mimicking what what's been brought up for violence. Bloodshed and everything. That's why people go around saying fuck you, this and that. Pull out a gun. Well, that's what you're blood on the ground again. Yeah. Again, it's a racial that is sad, man. That's why we got to get out of here.
Yeah, we got to get out.
We had to sign up there some wicked ass elites, man. You know, some wicked ass elites to hit that shit, man. Oh man, you said I'm trash at this certain game. Well, I'll like to see I'm trash in real life.
Yeah.
Even on the damn video game, man, people just. I cannot go a damn day without somebody trying to send out router offline when they wish they can't.
Right.
Because they find the wrong IP. Like, yeah, it's bad enough they try to burn. If they can't get you in real life, they find a way to send your ass offline. And they can't. But so they get mad about it, so they can't do shit about it. And that's why I laugh at you. That's a good thing they can't even find our damn IP. I laugh at that shit. You know, it's this world in general, man. This place is stupid. We got to get out of here, man. And we're going a little bit more on that. Maybe like 2 more verses on that. Man, that shit be funny to laugh at. Oh, you try to pull my IP, do it. You can't find it. You can't see that. Because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Because of their pride, right? You got this thing. It's not even called. I might get flagged for saying it, but it's not even called. You don't believe pride before. It's just called Pride Month. You know what I'm saying? Because now pride goes before destruction. That's another scripture. They said because of their pride.
Can I get the scripture? Right, it goes right along with that. Shazak Ben Yahweh, Proverbs 24:7. It says, "Wisdom is too high for a fool." That's what you know. Both of your brothers.
That's what the prophet was saying.
Yeah, he opened not his mouth in the gate, and yep, that's it.
Oh,
yeah,
I ain't gonna break that down. That's
right.
Exactly what you just now saying. You know, I actually said wisdom is too high for a fool.
Yep.
What was that?
Proverbs 24:7.
Okay, all right. I thought that was the other one. It said, what's that one? It said wisdom is like water, something like
oh,
that. That's
yeah.
Proverbs too. That's what I thought that was. I think it was like.
Here it comes. Oh, and if you didn't know, if you haters against GMS, well, he's out here with a rainbow.
We was just talking
umbrella.
If
he was just saying that, let's go back in history. Now, these are the teachers, but the little inkling that I know,
no, you know,
I think that was the promise to Noah that he wouldn't flood the earth again. Because the next time it's going to be fire, and he's going to burn this whole fucking Babylon bullshit to the ground.
And like we were saying,
yeah.
But don't you hate groups in the background saying, oh, GMS is this and this, he got a rainbow. Because it was promised to us anyway. It was never promised to the alphabet people.
I mean, they like to go into Chick-fil-A so much. Well, you got the color red, don't you?
Right.
Stop clear misses and stuff. You got orange and yellow,
right?
Don't you?
Right.
And like we were saying earlier too, we got we pointed that out. That we talked about how Esau don't got no flavor. You see everything
culture vulture.
You know, but something that has many colors and flavors, different flavors. Right. They make wicked. Yeah, they make wicked. You know, everything. Something with color, right? They call it black. Right. Black is for it, but they get themselves white when they're not, right? They're red. They're red. Shades of white. Different shades of red, transparent skin. In fact, they would be considered black because all that means is void of light. Void of light, desire as hell and as death. That's happening to God. Yeah. That's why we tell our people stop calling them motherfucking selves black, man. Right. You know? Right. You're not no black ass people, man. Right. You know what?
The black Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah, black Hebrew people.
Yeah.
Spirit won't even let her accept what you.
Oh no, that's fine. Hey, look, she gonna be one of the ones that's going just. A lot of them young. So they just you good. A lot of them they just go. They too addicted in there. Go TikTok and doing them twerking dance.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in in person school, I could be sitting in class and they just jump up. They leave out the classroom. The teacher, of course, won't do shit about it because it's living in a winning society. But they jump up for no reason, post up their phone, and just start dancing on TikTok. Or they could be just casually walking or eating their lunch. Oh, they get up, start dancing on TikTok. That's why everybody gonna have a fit.
Prophet, is that vain? That's vanity, right, Prophet?
Yeah, That's why everybody gonna have a fit when you TikTok, Instagram. I'm glad I don't.
Understand. You know, elders say, you know, that's the only thing. But a lot of, you know, young brothers do are in that. Me personally, some older guys that's doing that shit.
Yeah, you do. Behind into that. Yes, bro.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, quite a few. You're right. Right. You know,
Like, grow up, man.
Yeah.
Like, really?
You know, some things is meant more for the younger people like that. It is like, you know, my age or whatever.
But I'm like, all the ads, all the like the Vines, Instagrams, Facebooks. It's not only just young people. You got older people on there too.
But the main reason you know, me personally, I don't really dwell in that all too much because of stuff like that, man. You know, that thing, you know, and it's just like I don't want that in my spirit, man.
Yeah.
You know, because mainly when I'm on my phone, I'll be like laying down, you know, before going to sleep. I don't need that in my conscience. Seeing some transform.
Right.
I don't need that. You know, I really don't. You know, seeing some women twerking and stuff, I don't need that on my conscience before I'm ready to go to. I don't want that. I don't need to look at that, man. See, that's why I don't mess with that social media shit, man. You know, I know, like again, it's a young thing. I may dabble with it here and there, but man, I don't really just go there for it. But you notice every time it's always a remake of something. All these apps that's out right now are all remakes of old apps. TikTok, if I could remember, I can't remember what app I was back in the day. Right, and then before that, it goes all the way to the bank around here. Wait, when he said TikTok to the bank.
Yeah, Caesar Bullshit was right about one thing.
Yeah, at least that. You know, something else though. I kind of wish he was dog.
Maverick. He was Maverick.
Yeah, I kind of wish he was dog. I kind of like him. So I ain't gonna lie. Man,
he was funny.
Yeah, he was funny too.
You never know what you're gonna get with him.
Yeah,
Right.
especially when you get into the arguments.
Yeah,
I know a lot of them was kind of set up, but a lot of that you can see was just like,
oh, he's going off script.
Yeah.
You gotta get him out of there. He's going off script.
All he do was like a 50-year-old Fred from Scooby-Doo. Oh, you got one more verse on that book.
Man, that's how Fred should look at least because Scooby-Doo is old as hell. Probably been like out of the 40s. You got surprised he keep his age.
Yup. You got one more verse.
Now it says, "The man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword."
You can see this again, man. That's serious. Right? You see it's 911 operating right now. They said a man is going to have no pity upon his neighbor. You see that right now. People breaking his houses and stuff. You see that
Carjacking.
Yeah.
At the lights and stuff, man. Chicago off the street.
It says it's spoiled their good. Spoiled their good because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation.
Now, if they talk about food, yeah. The lack of bread, but we got different definitions of bread. Bread is money, like bread services, you know. Bread is money, entertainment, and stuff like that.
Bread is also the word. Bread is also the word.
Yep, the word.
Eat the whole roll, right?
The whole roll.
Yep.
The whole roll. The whole roll. With GMS teaches only at GMS.
That's right.
Leave, right size, No, it said make sure you eat the
whole roll.
Man.
Sing the whole song.
And sing the whole song.
Because it's going there's going to be a famine of the word. So
hey, they're going to look. This is what I want. I'm sorry, guys. I had it sloppy. I had it on notes.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to fret for the day. I believe in the holy name of Barak and Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. They're going to regret the day. Y'all out here season in, season out. Now, I'm going to tell you something. With all due respect, I did a lot of research. You get this camp here in Baltimore. Y'all are diligent, man. And I'm telling you, I've seen, y'all have clip after clip if you didn't mind me doing research. Because
no, you got that's be
I'm sorry, man. I'm in awe. Now, I know it's not, because you're not celebrities, you're deliverers of the word, and you're my teacher. But I got to keep it 100%. I was in fucking awe, man. Season in and season out. Y'all out here. And I seen how many people y'all slave. Like, what time is it? Y'all Quakers and y'all sword is bloody as shit for building the house of David, man. Like, okay, so I just want to say that.
Oh no, yeah, Through the spirit, how about it? Chanel shot, man. It's all through the spirit, following how about Chanel shot.
Season in and season out.
It's a commandment.
Yeah, man. It's like, and I feel good. It's like I got up this morning and it was like, I had to come down, man.
Yep. Knowing that you know the truth makes you feel good. It ain't gonna be no cloud over your head.
Prophet, I seen you like evolve and grow. I was like, wow. Like, look at you. I mean, I'm not trying to.
You must have looked at the old video.
Yeah, man. Like, I did research and not to like try to find fault because
No, you're right. No, we encourage people
right.
to keep research.
Right. It's like season in, season out, and prophet. Like, you're bad, man. He's been here. He's here. Season in and season out. That takes determination, and the Most High put the Spirit on you with you, and that's unbelievable, man. To me, y'all are the heroes. Y'all are the Jim, this is the Mike Jordan, Kobe Bryant, the Tiger Woods. Y'all are the heroes.
The water.
All the heroes. We should be
All
wanting
praise.
to be like the young. That's where it's at. That's where it's at.
Because like brother Kyle Williams on last night, man. Somebody, it's nothing really to look forward to. It's nothing else to look forward to in this bitch, man.
Like he's everything's playing.
It's not a damn thing.
Yeah. Nothing.
You know, not a damn thing, man. You know, like you said, play.
Just like he saw.
This place is getting more wicked and more porn.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and more darker. You know, 2020, 2022, like you said. But the way this is going right now, 2022 is, well, let's just say it's not going to be an exactly boring year. You know, now if I'm talking about, what I mean by boring, by this place being boring, it's just no flavor here. I mean, you probably had some before, maybe in y'all day.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Like we were saying about Times Square. You remember once upon a time, Times Square would be
Even down here.
It would be
Even
down
a firework. Yesterday had like stale Coca-Cola. You know how stale Coca-Cola that's been in the warehouse
Don't
while
even-
you, and it's like and you taste it, you like, yo, I don't want that. That's what it's like now. It don't even have that type of always Year's Eve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all the time you
Nobody
like,
got that.
you know, yeah, when you didn't know the truth, like, yo, it's New Year's. Even about to cost some bottles, nigga, about to cost some
And
pets, blah, 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 blah. It ain't even like that. Last night was like,
Yep.
Now, I went out and I went to sleep after. Because I try to tune out what's going on, what they try to cook. I turn off the TV on.
You know, that's a good point too, because you know, even last year they had a little more fireworks going
Right.
on.
Compared to this year.
Because it only lasted like started about like maybe 10, but it was only a little bit around 10. But when 12 hit, maybe like 11:50. That it hit then,
Yeah.
and it really picked up, but maybe like 12:30, maybe 12:40. It just, I ain't never seen that before.
Where I live at, I didn't hear nothing.
You ain't hear nothing.
No bullshit. Like
Right.
12. I didn't notice it was added 12 until like 12:06.
Yeah.
And then when I turned the TV down, normally I would hear every gunshots and all that. I ain't hear nothing.
You definitely hear that around like 1 o'clock.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Nothing happened at all. Like there was nothing going on in 2020. But when New Year's into 2020, everybody was silent.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing happened. Everybody was kind of pissed off.
Right.
I remember that shit. Like, damn, man, like the times is changing for real.
Yeah.
You know,
Babylon is falling, man. It ain't the splendor no more. It ain't what it used to be, baby.
You go ahead.
It ain't what it used to be. It ain't what it used to be. It's losing its. It's losing it.
The mirth was that the mirth of the land.
Yeah.
All joy is darker.
Yeah.
AKA that witchcraft ain't working. It ain't working. It's getting weak. I understand.
So, you know, it's a little bit more shorter today, you know, but when it blows up. So Lord willing, you know, this lesson is edifying at the water book. So we had the two brothers that was up here earlier, you know, when he came up and with the water book, all brothers tuning in on the comment board as well. It's spiritual. It's getting more and more spiritual every week. You know, crazy. So, you know, we give all praise, honor, and glory
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Rakakwada.
Double honor to the apostles and the elders of great millstones. And it's sincere shalom to the occupants out there pushing the sincerity and truth and the sound doctrine. All right, shalom.
Shalom. Wafla Babal.
That's a Babylon, by the way, which you know what Babylon is. Right? You could have told us terrorists. That's what America is.